everyone. So I was thinking it might be helpful to create a video for you all about how to really do the 5-step process of focus notes with this digital format. And, part of the 5 steps is marking up the notes, creating the questions, writing the summaries, really engaging with your notes. And so I just wanted to give you a few pointers. So I got this template from our eBinder, right? The templates focus notes, and I selected Cornell notes, and then I made a copy. So I just wrote these notes, and the topic is Digital Focus Notes by Miss Harris, period 1, 9/9/20. And the essential question is, why are my Avid students so awesome? So I took these notes. Let's say I took them yesterday and today within that 24-hour time. So make sure I don't forget. Remember that curve of forgetting. I don't want to forget my notes. I decide I would like to go back in and interact with my notes. So you see, naturally, when we take notes, we put them in sections when we believe there's new topics. So I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to make this topic or this section of my notes red. I'm going to select it, and then I go up here to the A, and then let's say I'm going to make that blue. Go ahead and make this one purple. And then I'm going to go ahead and make this one green. And I think the colors are kind of hard to read when they're that color, so I'm going to make them bold. Okay, so when I go into the questions section and you ask questions that your teacher you think might ask you, or questions that you might have for your teacher in that section. So I'm going to say, okay, Avid students are amazing. Specifically Avid 12, all of them are dedicated. So maybe I'm going to ask in this area, I'm going to ask a question and I'm going to make it red. So I know this question correlates to this section. Why does Miss Harris think her Avid 12 students rock? And then, so maybe I'll go, why does it say thinks? Why does Miss Harris think her Avid students rock? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to underline this because that kind of answers the question. So then when I go back for my Why Are Avid Students So Awesome quiz, I have my notes color-coded and ready to roll. Again, I've known my students for this long, et cetera, this section. So I might ask a question in this section. Obviously change the color. I believe it was that blue. And how have the Avid students developed over the years? Question. Okay. And then in their way of thinking, focusing on school and developing their character. Okay. So I think you got that point. So another way you can do it is, let's say you wrote something down. You don't want to delete it because you don't know if it's going to be important, but you think maybe it's not going to be important or it's not related. So in this section, I was talking about your graduation, but then there was this random sentence saying, I wonder when we're going to be on campus because I can't wait to see everyone. Well, that sentence is true. It has nothing to do with that section in the notes. So what we can do is use the strike through feature, just like you would use that on your actual notes. So I forget where the strike through is. So I'm going to type in the help, strike through. And it went ahead and it struck through the I wonder. Then you'd go ahead and write your summary. Let's say, you really think that it's important that once a family or always a family, and you think that's a really important point, which I do, you can go into this feature right here and highlight. Let's say you want to make a comment, right? We make comments or additional things. You can go up here in the notes, in the focus notes process. One of them is to add additional comments. So let's say I want to add additional comments here that I forgot to write when my teacher was lecturing on the Avid 12 awesomeness. And then I'm going to say, like, in addition, students have also grown in their ability to ask for help. Okay, so I've added my comment. So all of these are different ways that we can interact with our notes. So when you submit them, it's not just piece of, um, I don't know, not just a document that's black and white with no interaction. This makes it super practical, super manageable, and an effective tool to then go back and study from. I hope this helps. Have a great day, y'all.